Kim here, welcome back. I was looking through my shelves, like I do every day, and I just noticed some things. I'm like, oh, that was good. I really need to get the other one. Oh man, I can't believe I haven't finished that series yet. Oh, I just got the second book. I really should get on that. And I just thought maybe we should compile this and talk about it. So here I am to talk about all the book series that I desperately need to finish. Hey, disclaimer, a lot of these are middle grade. The first one that I have been dying to finish, and the only reason I haven't continued on from the first book is because I cannot find the second book used, and I really don't want to buy a whole box set, and blah blah blah. I'm cheap. A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Look how jacked up this is, you guys. Okay, I think I got it at a yard sale. I have books 1, 6, 9, and 10. So, that's cool. Every time I'm at the thrift store, I dig and I dig and I dig and I dig looking for any number of books that I do not already have in this series. Because one day I will have them all so that I will be able to just sit down and binge read them because, man, are they fun. I have heard that the later books kind of start to get the formula sort of feeling to them, that they're, you know, a certain like written formula, which, okay, yeah, I get that if you're like writing the same sort of thing, like it happens, but I really want to read the entire series, decide for myself, and love it because I loved the first book. I loved the first book. This is about the Baudelaire children who are very suddenly orphaned, and the only like living sort of relative is Count Olaf, and he's horrible, and he wants their fortune, and so he just comes up with horrible plans to try to, you know, steal it from them. And he's just the worst. And these books are kind of dark, but they're also like really fun. So it's just a really interesting juxtaposition that way. And they're just really cool, okay? I mentioned this next one in, I think, the Netflix book tag. I really, really love them. I really do. But I don't even own the first book. I only own the second book, and I haven't read the third book. So that's where I'm at. It's the His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. I love how dark these books are. I love how kind of twisted and a little bit ominous that they are. I really love the like religion / anti-religion like undertone to them. Like, I love everything about them. I love that they're controversial. I love that they are unique for middle grade readers. I love that the polar bear talks. That alone is enough to get this book on my list of favorites. I have this thing about polar bears, like, they're like a thing for me. Like, I've loved polar bears since I was a wee little tyke, okay? Like, I just love them, and when Jorg Brynison is this giant polar bear king talking guy, like, I died. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! The His Dark Materials starts with the Golden Compass, and that's not this book, that's the first book, this is the second book. In this world, everybody has their own daemon, and that's kind of your spirit / soul in this little animal form that is external of you. So it's like your companion buddy. It's an animal that is your soul, and that's so cool. And there's dust. It's kind of complicated to explain when you haven't sat down and like really thought about how you would explain it. I'm just gonna say it's whimsical and awesome and dark and magical and cool. Next up, a middle grade and a classic. The Anne of Green Gables series. I read the first book in a day, almost in one sitting. Like, I loved it so much. And I have the second book, so it's just really a matter of getting to it, which, as you know, you people with TBRs like me that just are growing and growing, and you just have so much that you really need to read, but you just can't get to it. It's that. Like, that's where I'm at with this. I know I'm gonna love it, because I love Anne Shirley. She's just one of the coolest chicks on the planet. I really think she tops my list of favorite literary characters right now. Like, I love her so much. Anne is an orphan, and she is sent from the little orphanage house that she's living in to the Cuthberts because they requested an orphan, even though they requested a boy. They get Anne, and they are like, we're gonna send her back, and then they're like, okay, we'll keep her, maybe we can help her out, maybe she can, whatever, like, we'll just keep this little redheaded crazy girl. And then she just flourishes, and she is so cool, and she's living her life on Prince Edward Island in Canada, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's imaginative, and it's great. And I really want to read all of them because they're just so lovely. Like, she's so lovely. Let's move up the age bracket a little bit and over to YA. The Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I read this first book, and okay, here's the thing. First of all, I wanted to get the book because cover love. And then at the bookstore, I saw this. Ooh, Guys, it gives me chills. Like, seriously, I got goosebumps. I love these black pages so much. Then I kind of read the back and I was like, all right, like, ensemble cast, heist, Ocean's 11 meets a fantasy YA novel. But I really did like it. I read through it rather quickly, which I wasn't expecting because it's a big book, you know. But I really liked it. The characters made this book. And I would definitely not mind continuing on. I am bummed it is just a duology and not like a 19-book series, because I really could probably follow these characters just for a really long time. But yeah, so I really want to get Crooked Kingdom. I was a little sad that Crooked Kingdom has red pages instead of black pages. I would have loved the uniformity of black pages on both books. But that's just me. I do eventually want to get to the second book and read it and have the series completed, because I thought it was really cool and it did leave you hanging at the end, and I'll probably have to reread this to be reminded of everything, but that was okay because it was a good book, so I don't mind. Six of Crows is about this impossible heist that these 6 people have to complete. Like, they have to do this thing, and it is impossible. And it takes place in this really cool fantasy world with magical people that have different sort of skills, the Grisha, that have different, like, some people are magic and they have different things if they are magic, and it's just, the characters are great, and it's, I mean, come on, it really is like Ocean's 11 in a YA fantasy novel that took place in fake Amsterdam. The next one is one I am actually really dying to finish, and I just haven't gotten around to acquiring the next 2 books in the series, / 3 books, because I think there's like a novella sort of thing that accompanies it, but The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Wow, this is so sticky. This is disgusting. It's a retired library book, and it just was not handled very well. Okay, this book really blew me away. I was not expecting to love the first book. And while I think Scarlet had a little bit of second book syndrome, not enough, it wasn't boring enough by any means to have me not go on with the series. I thought it was incredibly imaginative. This just takes fairy tale retelling to this really cool level, because I feel like it's not a fairy tale retelling unless you seriously twist it around. And this was twisted around because, like, Cinder is Cinderella that's a cyborg, so it's like science fiction Cinderella. Like, and I love that. I need my fairy tale retellings to just be out there. I need them to just be completely turned on their head. I need them to be a different genre, a different gender, a different way of storytelling. I just need them to really be totally different and just have, like, the core of it, or certain elements of it, be reflective of the original fairy tale. And this did that. This was different enough that it was a retelling, but the same story, but just so incredibly different. And they were exhilarating, and they were fast-paced, and they were adventurous, and they were really cool, great world building, engaging writing, easy to get through. And I really need to, I've read Cinder and I've read Scarlet, and I need to get on with Crest because I've heard that one's the best one. So what am I even waiting for? The last one on my list is for grown-ups. It's not YA or middle grade, it's just a grown-up book. And I wasn't gonna finish the series. I may have even included this in my series I will never finish video. In the comments on that video, which is why I love YouTube, because things like this happen. Somebody in the comments on that video told me that the next installment was actually really great and did not lack in the way that the last one did. We're just gonna get to it. The last book in the Robert Langdon series, the Da Vinci Code series, I read Angels and Demons, and I read the Da Vinci Code, and I've read Lost Symbol, and the Lost Symbol is where they lost me. That's the one I should really hold up, is the Lost Symbol. But I don't really know where it is right now. The Lost Symbol was not awesome. It did not wow me. It just really lacked. I'm not even sure how it lacked. It just did. Like, it just didn't grip me the way that Dan Brown usually does, because even his non-Robert Langdon stuff, I really, really love. I was told in the comments on that YouTube video that Inferno was super great. So, like it was better. He really just stepped it up, and it had the gripping nature that the other ones had, so I have re-added it to my TBR because I was like, no, I'm not gonna finish this, and then I was like, oh crap, people are saying this is good, so yeah, that is what happened. I should really look up who said that to me, and I will credit them for that in the description of this video. So yeah, those are the series that I really need to finish right now. Obviously, in a week, I'm gonna have 50 other books added onto this list, I swear. Because that is life. That is the reader's life. Let me know if you have any strong opinions on these books, because I really would like to talk about them. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you're reading something awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you later.